people. I'm glad you could join me on Deranged Hermit Life. So this week I thought it was as good a time as any to show you my other reserve list binder. As you probably saw a couple of weeks ago, I got a new binder and I showed you all the cards in that one. This one, there's not quite as many cards. There's still a fair few though, and yeah, some of them are pretty cool. So let's get straight into it. I'll show you what I got and I'll talk about some of the prices and maybe some other interesting facts if I can think of any as we pass through them. Alright, let's go. Alright, so as I was saying, these are all reserve list cards except for these first couple of pages. These are just cards that I really like the art of. There's a lot of other cards that I like the art of as well, but these are just a small collection that I've built up here. But yeah, the cards are basically worthless and it's just the art that I really like about them. So first of all, we've got some Anvil of Begarden cards. They're worth like $63 each, I think, right now. But they've been on a bit of a tear. Actually, 4 of these copies are inked, so they're basically worthless, I think. And I only paid like $13 for those ones because I noticed they were inked. I like this Apocalypse card. That's worth like $10 or something like that. Bubble Matrix, it's another one of my favourites. It's worth about $10 as well. Cadaverous Bloom, another favourite. I don't know, maybe I just like them all, but that's worth like $10, maybe $9. Chaos Spheres, I've got a few of them. They're going for like $10, 9 or 10 as well. Interesting card, Chaos Sphere. For those that don't know, you basically make all the flyers walkers and all the walkers flyers, if that makes any sense. But I don't know, those Chronotog cards there, they're worth like $4. The City of Solitude cards here, they're awesome in my opinion for like $22, like such a bargain. The prices are all for all the reserve list cards and all the older cards are down at the moment, except for maybe this copy artifact card. That's been going on a tear recently and they're worth like $135 each now. And even at the end of last year, I bought 4 of these for like $60 each. So now they've doubled in value in like just the last couple of months. I've shown you these Corpse Dance cards before. They're worth like $27 each, maybe $30 each. For some reason, everyone on eBay sells them for way more than what people expect their value to be. There's a few cards like that, and yeah, Corpse Dance. They're trying to sell them for like $45 when really they're worth $30. But that's alright. Here's some cheapies. Corrosion's been going up a little bit recently. Krovax, I bought all these for like $4 or something like that, and I think the card's only worth like $2 right now. These Cursed Scrolls are pretty nice, they're worth like $40 each. Here's the Deranged Hermits. They're worth like $90 each, except for this foil one down the bottom, that's worth like $5.50 or something. Except the quality of this foil is just not quite good enough to send away to get graded, so just don't know what to do with it. But yeah, I was getting them Hermits for pretty cheap. Look at this one, $17 I got that one for. So yeah, that's super cheap. Here's a couple more cheapies. Elkin Laird's been going up a little bit, but yeah, it's just a couple of dollars. Like, it's just nothing. I like Equipoise. They're only worth like $4, but I think it's undervalued. I think it's a pretty useful card or pretty cool card. Same as this Eye of Singularity. I think it's undervalued at $2. This Flooded Shoreline, not sure if it's going to do anything, but I've got a fair few copies. That's worth like $1.50 each, so we'll just have to see what happens. Maybe in the future they'll bring out a card that works well with it, but we'll just have to see what happens. These Forbidden Rituals, they're worth like $2. I really like this Grim Face card. I reckon in Commander, I think it's got so much potential. They're worth like $6 each, but they should be worth like $20 each in my opinion, and probably will be in a couple of years. These Harbinger of Nights, they're just cheapies. They're like $4 each or something like that. Then we got some Heat Strokes. They're worth like $5 each. Pretty cool card. Got Infernal Tribute. Another cool card. They're worth like $6 each. These Koskin Falls are worth a little bit more. They're like nearly 20, probably like 18 or something. Legion of the Hollows cards, they're worth like $10 each. These Lifeline cards are like 40. They've been going up just slow and steady. I bought a few at the end of last year for like $30 each, and now they're worth 40. These Mana Web cards, they're worth like 30. Maybe a little bit more. And these Meditate cards are worth 12. And I bought most of these for like $4 to $7, around that price range. So they're just going up, creeping up slowly. These Multanis, they're worth like $11. Pretty cool card. I reckon it's got potential. Especially in Commander again. I've seen these cards before, the Paradigm Shift. They're some I lost money on. I really like these Peacekeeper cards. They're worth like $16 each. The Phyrexian Purge, they're worth like $4. Political Trickery, that's worth like $10 each. And it's been going up a lot recently. Radiant Archangel, that's worth like $13. That goes up and down a fair bit, I think. Reality Twist, it's a real interesting card. It's been going up just the last couple of weeks, but it's still only worth like $1.50. But it's just slowly climbing up there. Reparations is a real cool card. That's worth like $13. The Ring of Gix, when it came out, used to be like a card that everyone saw so much potential in, or they saw it as like OP. But now the card's only worth like $1.50 and no one uses it. But it was, yeah, standout card back in the day, back 25 years ago. We got Second Chance there. That's worth like $9 each, or maybe $10. We got Seeds of Innocence. They're worth like $13 each. We got Spoils of Evil. They're worth like $5. Three Wishes has been going up a little bit recently, but it's still just a $5 card. Vesuvian Doppelganger, they're worth like $30 these days. And Volras Shapeshifter, that's worth like $5. As I mentioned briefly earlier, all these reserve list prices and prices of the older cards has been coming down recently, and now it's at the point where it's turning around. It'll start slowly going up again from here. So there you go. Now you've seen pretty much my whole reserve list collection, apart from maybe a few slabs. Like I've got about 30 slabs, and maybe I haven't shown you all of them, but you've probably seen half of them as well. So I don't know, until next week, stay cool, stay calm, stay connected.